I've been very bullish on crypto tokens and crypto coins, and I wanted to know like which gaming cryptos will make me a millionaire. So that's what I'm wondering today. And welcome back to another video. This time we're gonna be looking at the best gaming crypto bull run coins because I think these are the ones that are really rising fast in that sense. But there is room for massive potential in a way. Like I do think also crypto is just getting started to see the price rallies we need to see. So if that's something you want to know, be kept up to date on this channel. But here what I see over the last few nicks, I noticed the drama uptick in the amount of gaming-based companies that are running marketing. We're seeing tons of gaming launchpads, gaming ecosystems, and games in general reach out to spend thousands of dollars. A particularly interesting element about this is many have been reaching out to Alex Becker and offering upwards of 50K per video for reviews by him. And I'm not too surprised. Like, this is how this works. In this economy, tons of these projects are really just trying to make it out there and trying to focus on the big factor. Well, we have to realize that the agencies often sometimes the success of crypto companies not solely on utility or anything like that, but on other factors as well. So marketing, sometimes they run major marketings, and it's not always a good thing. Sometimes it is, but not always. And I think that's a bit problematic. Like, for a lot of people are fairly frustrated by this one. So that being said, does seem like crypto is going to be rising pretty much shortly, but because of this massive marketing push also these companies are doing, so it's unbelievable. So just be aware that like these gaming crypto companies have tons of money and they might make more money by doing this marketing stuff. So not necessarily that bad. I'm actually pretty happy about that. But I do think crypto is going to be slowly rising in the way that crypto like games are going strong. All this might, I prepped a few different types of crypto projects and Steppen. Now I wanted to react to this one, why Steppen is so good. So here's he's been calling
Now, I'm
a
sure you're
token.
wondering what in the world is Dega. Well, Dega is a company that's building an ecosystem of games that they are actively developing themselves and will eventually onboard other people's games as their software and as their tech does continue to get built. Now, they already have one game that is live. It's called Degen Play. And although we can't actively play the game on the YouTube channel because I don't want to get flagged, the way in which it works is that you will have
So I know a lot of YouTubers have been making a video on this one. I don't know if this is sponsored or not, but I know many people made a video on this one, and I don't know if it's a low cap or is it actually a good one in that sense. But definitely there is room for excitement here because I do think cryptos rising helps everyone. Like, seeing these cryptos improve in a sense, like there is room to see one of the biggest bull runs in this space, especially with gaming cryptos being the big future. People love to play video games. This CDFI has been talked a lot about Alex Becker. Now, the thing I'm worried about it is really crypto games don't see that much of a price difference. They don't see that much of a bull run rally. So that's where I'm slightly worried. Like sometimes gaming tokens fall even faster in that sense. Like they don't recover at all. And they see such a big drop happening in the crypto space that really like people get disappointed. And that's problematic. That's definitely problematic in that sense. And I do think right now what we are seeing is something that might work or might not work. So Immutable has been one of these. CDFI has been growing, has been seeing 18 million volume, and I don't know if this is sustainable because in 2021 we had DeFi and we had crypto gaming going large. But right now there's nothing much like that. So if you want more content like this, be sure to smash that like button and I'll keep you guys updated with more news. So hey everyone, this could push trigger move for Bitcoin's massive price rally, and that is exactly what we needed right now. Bitcoin has not been seeing until January, I'm guessing, if you haven't already, press that like button because we're trying to reach so many more members. It hasn't really seen any type of a movement that it has seen before, okay? And it's not that problematic, really not in a sense. I do think we can see some sort of a recovery. There is like huge update levels incoming, and that's the really importance. The ETFs is what everyone is hoping on to see crypto rising. And I think this is where people are really excited in that sense, where people think, okay, crypto might be seeing a huge hit, and I think there is potential for it. But to see that, we need so much more. We need so many more updates for that price chart. Now, I do think crypto, in a sense, like, is gonna be seeing actual movement rates. I don't know if it's gonna be 50K, but it definitely needs to see something, because otherwise it's gonna start falling down, and that's what I'm worried about. Like, if it starts falling down towards like actual levels like 40,000, 30,000, that would be really terrible.
What I actually found here. So when we're looking at the funding rates for Bitcoin, I must say earlier when I left, the funding rates were looking a little bit more bearish, and now we can see that they are kind of neutral through the different exchanges here, which is something that I really like to see here for the time being, and also gives more fuel to my thesis for that potential move that I expect.
So there is going to be some potential moves, because for that simple reason, there is one thing that nobody predicted, and that is the funding rates. The funding rates are getting a lot better, and I think a lot of people are actually really excited about this one. Like, the funding rates improving, the funding rates getting better is what everyone was really waiting for. So I do think the funding rates, they're gonna be in that sense, they're gonna be more than just what they are right now. So you can see there's more token margins over here, USDC or USD margin. And he also gives a Bitcoin technical analysis, which I'm not too sure on, but I wanted to show you guys that there is something about Bitcoin that we haven't seen. And usually on the weekends, the real difference is we're seeing massive drops in the crypto sense. Crypto is dropping hard because people are staying at home. And here's where he gives his own analytical support. So we're going to be seeing like some sort of a bear trap over here. No, well, that was a bear trap already happening, but there could be some sort of a fall off. Now, this is happening also on the hype level. So I do think it's very much correlated with stocks. So I think the biggest difference here is right now, stocks going up. We could be definitely seeing an uptrend. Like, we could be definitely seeing more pumps in the crypto space, but it also depends, like, how can crypto go up? It needs some sort of a breaking update, like a game-changing update on New Year, or just after New Year, when people are coming to work and are probably bored out of their mind and looking for more crypto content. If you guys want more content, smash that like button. I'll keep you guys updated with more news. Until next time, peace everyone. Here's why I'm kind of worried about the crypto market prices today. So while Bonk is down, there's a ton of tokens that haven't necessarily provided any value to the crypto ecosystem. And what's happening, everyone? If you want more content like this, be sure to smash that like button, because on this channel, we actually talk useful stuff here. We don't talk bullshit. We don't talk boring stuff. And today we're going to be talking about the ecosystem, like the crypto ecosystem. So there's meme coins, and they do in fact help the crypto community. They build a community in that sense. And that's why people buy them. They provide value. But I'm pissed off because crypto's money is limited. Until ETFs come in, we really don't have unlimited money to play with. Look at this, 100 for Terra, all these tokens, and Bitcoin, Ethereum, USDT are obviously the mass gainers. Now, here's what's wrong really with this. I do think there is massive potential for crypto spaces in the next few days, but I do think there's also one big mistake, and that is people basically not paying attention to other people having these sort of conundrums by buying these small cap crypto coins. Now, 99% of this, like people who buy meme coins, they don't even research about them, and they don't really understand the markets. They are thinking it must go up, so it will rise. And that's what they're thinking. So let's take a look at the classic example, and that is Dogecoin. I know a lot of people are doing that in a sense. I know a lot of people are checking Dogecoin out already, but Dogecoin is one that really hits the mark spot on. And that is because most people don't realize how big Dogecoin actually was at its time. The reason why Dogecoin grew so much is not because it's just a meme coin. It's because Elon Musk actually saw some utility in it. It saw some kind of data backing. It saw developer work. And that's what got people really, really excited in that sense. Like, there is nothing compared to other cryptos like Caspa and things like that. But it was definitely a fresh start, and that's what got people curious enough, in a sense, to buy it. So I think there is actual big potential in crypto scenes exactly like this one. Now the big question is, why are people not buying more of tokens that actually provide value? And I think that's exactly what's going to happen after the big market rally we're going to be seeing in the next few days. So that's something I'm going to keep you guys updated. But look at this. Dogecoin is probably never going to recover to 50 cents. It's not going to see these prices anytime soon. And that's not necessarily a bad thing. Like, yeah, we're not going to be seeing Doge's massive price hikes, but that's okay too. And I think that's a bit problematic in a sense. I do think people have an idea that Doge is going to crash or going to drop. But what people don't realize is Doge really is an opportunity for a lot of people. And building a community is such an important thing in the crypto space. Now, if you don't have a community, you can forget the whole thing even existed. Like, people need to realize that right now, the market is filled with all these projects that don't make a lot of sense. So, Bonk, for example, is building a community. Elon Xmas. So this coin is growing, but I don't really see any potential for it. I see it very volatile. So why exactly are people buying it in that sense? What type of problem does it solve? Does it solve things like Caspa, layer 1 blockchain? Does it solve, different things that people haven't heard about? No, it solves literally nothing. And people get, like, big institutions, they're probably thinking the same thing. What are these big cryptos solving? And then you get figure out they're not really solving anything. So like these big institutions, they get frustrated and they decide not to buy any crypto. So if we can solve this major problem, then we can finally see where crypto will go in the future. Is how can we convince the retail what is good and what is not? And I think this is the problematic part I see with a lot of people having. They are becoming increasingly frustrated with cryptos dropping in market prices. But again, if you guys want more content like this, you know what to do. The like button is right there. There is tons of opportunities on this channel. And I'm going to keep you guys updated with more news. Now, until next time, peace everyone. So, hey everyone, this is a quick list for anyone interested in the crypto prices right now today. And we have the approvals right here, right now. What's happening, everyone? I'm your host, Coin Central. And if you want to be kept up to date with more content like this, you know what to do. Press that like button, subscribe for more, and I'll keep you guys updated. Because today we do have some amazing price news related stuff. And that's what I love to see. But again, there is going to be a ton of opportunities in this crypto market space. So if that's something you want to know, smash that like button. But Bitcoin ETF approval calendar. And there's going to be multiple deadlines. If these deadlines don't pass, like if they say, oh, we need more time to approve these ETFs, don't worry, because there's going to be probably a small price dip. And I think this is going to be the problematic part. Like there's definitely going to be price crashes. But it's not that problematic in a sense. Like I don't think it's going to be that much big of a problem. I think a lot of people are well aware of what's going to be happening, what's going to be going on with the crypto markets today. And I definitely do think it's just the beginning of a huge bull run rally. So let's take a look at the big price charts today. So there's going to be an iShares Bitcoin Trust by BlackRock, Grayscale, 21 shares in ARK. So there's going to be plenty of opportunities in that sense in the following few days. I do think crypto could be rising at a very fast level in that sense. Like there could be some huge price updates with Fidelity, Valkyr. So what we're seeing here right now is prospectus filing date is actually 2021, 2023. So they kind of follow these, like Grayscale filed in 2015. I know they got declined. And they have like a few deadlines to hit. So the first final deadline is going to be 2024, 10th of January. This is when ARK is going to be probably accepted or not. So this is where people are waiting. There's multiple deadlines, and these deadlines are the really important ones. So like third and final deadlines are the real importance. And it seems like all of these are actually going to be in until May 2024. So I think predict, and not financial price prediction, but I do predict that the bull run is going to start in the first quarter and the second quarter of 2024. Now, I hope this deadline, like you can check all of these. These are Hash, Dex, Franklin, and I think there's a lot more here. I think there was like 35 ETFs really. But I guess mostly people will be buying from BlackRock, Bitwise, Grayscale, ARK, all of these like more known. But I don't think there will be any differences in that sense, like just different people holding them. So I'm definitely excited where this will go. And this is something people have been waiting for 10 years. So it's going to be very emotional. But if you guys want more content like this, be sure to smash that like button. I'll keep you guys updated with more news. Peace, everyone. Why is everybody sleeping on Avalanche? One of those biggest tokens out there. I do think the whales are coming back, and I'm going to show you the stats for it. So still think they'll hit a target because which Gary does, expecting AVAX to slide in this position. No knock on the project, just my opinion. ADA, see, won't getting any XPEX cards from the founder here. So seems like other tokens, like the reason why AVAX is growing is not because it's the best one, but it's because it's the most consistent one. So it got hit definitely by the DeFi market. Look at this. So this huge hole you see right here that it had to climb out of, this is what I call the DeFi hole, because every single layer 1 blockchain was heavily relying on decentralized finance. So they were basically relying on their only product being all these cool crypto decentralized exchanges that just made money in staking. So people used them to make money. And after the money dried out, and after the projects failed, look at what happened with the prices. It's just made a massive drop. Now, DeFi isn't coming back, but the AVAX token is. And here's why I'm worried about the AVAX token. While it does have all these price levels, all these updates, while it does have more holders in the crypto space, so there's actually more people holding, like, look at this. There's more people. There were really like all the whales sold here. Look at this. There was only 400 people holding 1 to 100K, and this is crazy, and only like 22 people holding more than 100K. So let that sink in. But if we look at the all-time graph, it seems like there was a huge market rally, and there is people that are excited to see more of these type of updates. Now, what I do expect for this project though is that crypto, in a sense, could be seeing something that we have never seen before, and that is actual ETF approvals. And here I see only 30, 40 whales, and they have been slowly increasing. There's like 40 whales here. Isn't that pretty much crazy? But there's 68,000 people coming back to it. So there's only about 5,000 holders added, and we don't know how many of these are like bots or sniping, not necessarily by the project itself, but just from the actual updates we're seeing. So that's something I'm worried. Like, where will this project go from here? And the real reasoning is, it saw a small pump here in July for no reason. We saw about 3,000 holders, and I'm not sure about this pump, but I do know it got corrected and all the whales sold. Look at this, 3,000 whales. There was like a huge offloading, and there was also a few whales selling. Now, slowly whales are increasing by not a big amount, and you can also see the whales holding like a large portion of this. So this is one thing I'm worried about. How can AVAX perform better than this? It saw what? Let's take a look here. It saw a huge 118% in a month. So I do think there's going to be a correction in this point. Like, there's no reason it wouldn't be. And for that, I think the big price problem is AVAX has something that we haven't seen before, and that is most likely it has like these massive price gains, but it doesn't really have that sort of utility that we have been hoping for, and that's what I'm worried about for AVAX. Like, we probably won't be seeing any type of utility like DeFi anytime soon because of all the regulation, all the crypto content. So that's where this is a problem. This is where I'm seriously worried. Like, how can this go up 118% if DeFi users, if all the other users are still the same? And this is what I really don't get. But again, It's a crypto project. If you like it, get it out. But if you don't like it, you can also skip it and you won't be missing out on so many gains. I think there's plenty of great projects. I don't think it's necessarily a bad project in that sense. I just think not a lot of there's like a lot of opportunities for it, but I also think there's a chance that it might see a huge dip. So in the long term, AVAX has strong potential, but the whales holding it, like there's a big chunk, like a very small chunk of whales holding it, mostly people, and there's not huge activity on it. So most people haven't came back to DeFi yet. They basically left DeFi, like went on an Oregon trail. And there is definitely some potential in this one. If you guys want more content like this, smash that like button. I'll keep you guys updated with more news. Until next time, peace everyone.